here we are, the NBA Finals. But before I even get started on that, I gotta start the second round. I didn't make one of these videos for the second round, I didn't make a second round review or Eastern Conference Finals preview, so I'm just giving my predictions now. My Eastern Conference Finals predictions were, you know what? First thing I should do is look over my round 2 predictions to see if they were right. I do remember predicting the Bucks beating the Nets in 7, and that was, of course, right. So I proved all y'all wrong. Even though injuries did play a role in that series, I still was right. And at the end of the day, series is a series, basketball is basketball, game is game, winner is winner. You know? Bottle lie. So yeah, I was right with that prediction. That's one out of one predictions so far. The next one, Hawks versus Sixers. I did predict the Sixers coming out of that one. So that's I don't even know how many games I projected them going out in, but yeah, the Hawks won that. And then in the West, I'm pretty sure I predicted the Suns beating them, but then I remember predicting, I can't remember if I predicted the Jazz or the Clippers. I might show a clip here, I'm probably not going to, but I picked one of the two to win that series. I can't remember which one it was, but anyways, the main point, I got that Bucks versus Nets one right. Even when everybody thought it was going to be the Nets, the Bucks pulled it out. So, first of all, I'm going to talk about Hawks versus Sixers. Trae Young is crazy. Okay, I'm gonna talk like this is right after round 2, okay? Trae Young is ridiculous. I don't even know how to explain it. Trae Young, he just went off, especially against the Knicks, especially against the Sixers. And he didn't exactly do it against the Bucks, but we'll get to that later. Trae Young is, this Hawks team really surprised everybody, especially me, because I thought they were going to be like the 8 seed. I didn't even think they were going to be good, but obviously they proved me wrong. And then the Sixers. Ben Simmons, captain of the Shanghai Sharks. Wow. The process might be coming to an end, or might be sped up. Who knows? Because Embiid, I know Embiid's not leaving. He's gonna be there for a lot more years. He's gonna be for a long lot longer. I can't talk, but Joel Embiid is definitely there to stay. Ben Simmons might have to go. He might have to go because he really ruined his reputation in the series. Now everybody thinks he's bad, and maybe it's recency bias, but now I saw this one guy who's making a top 100 list had Ben Simmons at 84th. Out of the top 100 players in the NBA, Ben Simmons 84th. That is obviously a bit of a stretch, but Ben Simmons still did not do the best in this series. So, do they trade him? In my opinion, probably. They could give him another chance considering he is still relatively young. He was only drafted in like 2016, so he still has a lot of time left in his career to maybe get a 3-point shot, maybe get a better free throw shot, I don't know. But whatever he is gonna do, he needs to do it quickly, or else he is leaving Embiid. Anyways, that's my review for the Hawks vs Sixers round. Next, Bucks Nets. This is the round that everybody was watching. The Nets with KD, Kyrie, and James Harden fall to the Greek Freak. Wow. Okay, so I predicted this. I'll admit, I was a tiny bit surprised when I saw the Bucks win this series and move on, but at the same time, I kind of expected it, considering the other two best players were either not at full capacity or out. Kyrie out with I think it was an ankle injury, and James Harden not even playing at his best, mainly just playing the playmaking role. And this is a game where you really felt bad for Kevin Durant, doing everything that he could to get his team to the next round. And these are the times when you feel bad for super teams, when their players get injured and they're doing everything they can to get to the next round. That's why, honestly, we can't hate NBA players too much. They're just trying to do everything they can to win, and we gotta respect that. Anyways, back to the series. KD, if his feet were just one size smaller, they'd probably be in the NBA Finals right now. So, yeah, that's kind of sad. I honestly think that KD proved. I'm not gonna say that he's the best player in the league, okay? I still give that title to LeBron, in my personal opinion. But then again, KD is really, really close, and he's made it an argument, considering LeBron got eliminated in the first round this year and showed his age. Instead of turning into playoff LeBron like we see him do every postseason, this year LeBron toned it down and played like normal soccer dad LeBron, or basketball dad LeBron when you have sons like Bronny and Bryce. Anyways, KD proved himself. Giannis moving on. Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert get eliminated by the Clippers and Terrence Mann. Everybody was going crazy about Terrence Mann, as you'd expect. And, of course, Rudy Gobert, the newest member of the Shanghai Sharks. Now, Rudy, really, all he had to do was step out into the three-point line and guard guys. That's all he had to do. I saw so many plays when Rudy Gobert would just leave guys on the three-point line open. They were running a 5-out setup, game plan, whatever you want to call it. The Clippers were just destroying Rudy with that, because Rudy was not willing to step out onto the three-point line and guard those players. So, at the end of the day, that's on him. Really, it's his fault. So, do they trade him? Of course not. It didn't work out this year. At the end of the day, some years it works, some years it doesn't. So, Anyways, Suns, Nuggets, Suns and 4. That's Suns and 4. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. I really don't need to say anything else. Anyways, conference finals. My predictions, if I had to state my predictions, they were probably Bucks in 6. And I might be saying that just because it actually happened, but you can't do anything. It's my video. And Suns versus Clippers. I probably projected Suns in 6 or Suns in 7, especially considering Kawhi was out. But yeah, I didn't get to make those videos, so you will never know for sure what my predictions really were. But I'ma just say what I think my predictions would have been. You could say I'm wrong, you could say I'm cheating, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's too late anyways. But the Hawks, Trae Young got screwed over by the ref, and the Bucks move on, even without Giannis, and in the last part of the series. So, at the end of the day, this is pretty impressive when it comes to not having your MVP caliber player on your team and winning a series against these guys. So, the Bucks definitely showed that they can win without Giannis, at least against the Hawks. So, I think that the Hawks definitely showed out. They don't have anything to be sorry for. They did their best. They definitely surprised. They exceeded everybody's expectations. But the Bucks were just the better team. I don't really know how else to phrase it. They were just the better team, and at the end of the day, the better team wins the game. or series. Anyways, Bucks in 6. They move on to the first NBA Finals since 1974. Now, the Western Conference. Suns versus Clippers. The Suns were, well, the Suns were the Suns. Okay, got that. The Suns with Devin Booker, Chris Paul, and DeAndre Ayton are moving on to the NBA Finals. Paul George, he redeemed himself in the series. Other than missing those 2 free throws, he really showed that he's not Pandemic P anymore. He's actually Pacers P. The guy we actually used to love watching. So, you know, I think that he redeemed himself and he did the best he could. There's really nobody to be disappointed with. And it probably is. Maybe it's a 7-game series. Maybe the Clippers win, move on to the finals. Who knows? But at the end of the day, injuries happen. Series is series. Game is game. And bottom line. So, yeah. What happens, happens. And now the Suns are in the finals. So, Suns versus Bucks. Finals preview. Here we go. Suns, Bucks. The Suns are now their only guy who's ever made the finals in his career is Jay Crowder. The Bucks have nobody who's ever made the finals or won a championship. And this is the first time that's happened this is the first time that both teams in the finals have the first time that nobody in the NBA finals has won a championship yet since 1971. So, pretty much the storylines: Chris Paul gets his first ring and possibly his last. Giannis gets his first ring, possibly of many. Who do I pick winning? I got Suns. It really depends if Giannis plays. If Giannis comes back if Giannis comes back in game 1 and he's healthy, he's at full strength, I got the Bucks taking that maybe to 7. If Giannis comes back in game 3 and if Giannis comes back in game 1 and he's kind of not himself, I'd probably say Bucks in 6. Or no, Suns in 6. Suns in 6. Did I say Bucks in 7 before? I meant Suns in 7. And then if Giannis doesn't come back until later on in the series, I also got Suns. Maybe even in 5, maybe in 6, who knows. Honestly, I don't care who wins. I'm kind of rooting for Chris Paul to get his first ring, but at the same time, I'm not really rooting for anybody. I just want a good series. I just want good basketball, and I just want close games. I don't want no blowouts. This is the finals. You're not allowed to get blown out in the finals, alright? I need close games. I need good games. I need everything that will make me happy and have me on the edge of my seat, okay? So Giannis, Chris Paul, you guys better make those game winners, you know what I'm saying? You guys better bring it down to the wire. Let's say it could go to overtime. If you miss a shot, miss it. I want more basket. Okay. But my point is, at the end of the day, what I want, and probably what most NBA fans want, other than Suns fans and Bucks fans, is a good series. I just want a good series. I don't really care who wins. I just want to see good basketball. And although the Suns had a relatively easy way to the finals, and nobody also talks about how the Bucks kind of had an easy way. The Heat were just off. The Nets, even though they had Kevin Durant balling, James Harden and Kyrie were gone for most of the season. Series. And Spencer Dinwiddie. Nobody talks about him. And then also, in the Eastern Conference Finals, the Hawks were missing Trae Young for about a game and a half. Well, not really half, but, well, yeah, technically a half. But anyways, Yeah, the Hawks are missing Trae Young for a bit. So both teams saw injury-riddled teams on their way to the finals, and that's just how basketball works. That's just how the finals works. Pretty much every NBA championship team in NBA history has gotten lucky at some point. The Raptors, KD was out in the finals, and Kawhi hit that shot. Of course, the bounces, you know, yeah. 2018, you could say the luck is J.R. Smith forgetting how to play basketball. Then 2017, you could say, I don't know what you could say 2017, honestly. 2016, you could say that it was maybe Draymond Green, like just maybe it was Draymond getting suspended or something. I don't even know. I can't remember what happened in 2015. Maybe I'm talking about a bunch of random stuff right now, and none of this actually happened. I know 2015, Kyrie and K-Love got injured, so that Warriors team got lucky. 2014, I don't know. 2013, a lot of the stuff, I don't know. But at some point, most championship teams have gotten lucky. Not every championship team not every championship team has had a road where they actually had to fight for and earn what they got in the finals and earn their championship. So at the end of the day, basketball is basketball. Accept what happens, live with it, and move on to the next day. Yo, that could be a motivational quote, low-key. Anyways, I think that's mainly all that I have to cover. My prediction is Suns, and it really depends on if Giannis comes back. My official prediction, I'll just say Suns in 7. Suns in 7. Who am I rooting for, but not really rooting for? CP3 just to get his first ring. Really, that's the only thing I'm rooting for here. Yeah, if Giannis wins it, that's cool too, but at the end of the day, I really want CP3 to get his first ring. Anyways, I think that's probably gonna be it for this video. I always say I don't want to make this outro like the first channel outro, but then it ends up being like the first channel outro, so I just give up. If you enjoy, please like, subscribe, share, comment down below your tips, tricks, or anything you want me to talk about. Any ideas you have for me to talk about, just comment them down below, and I might talk about them, you know? Any games, any seasons, any teams, any players, any trades, anything. And with the off season coming, there's definitely going to be a lot to cover, so I will be ready for that. So that'll be it for me today. I'll see you guys next time, most likely after the finals. Peace.